Good morning, Solid Steppers. It's Miss Ward coming to you from sunny South Florida. Headed out to my first job. This should be pretty easy. Well, you know what? Let me not put that out there because it's always a surprise somewhere. Staying focused, staying driven. I hope everybody's out here doing great today. And I just really want to reflect on staying focused and staying true to you and minding your own business. The reason I think that we have issues sometime in our industry and we approach things differently is that we don't have respect for how people move. You know, just like Miss Ward is how Miss Ward is today, this took a lot of mistakes because I'm hard-headed. You know what I mean? I'ma just own that, you know, and I'm stubborn, I'm strong-willed, but I'm that way because I have always been in a non-traditional field where I was the only female, a lot of times the only person of color. So I had to deal with a number of stereotypes. I'm not complaining about it because it really made me the phenomenal woman I am today. But the reality is that this is called life. You know, a lot of people, I just personally feel they just not adapt or ready for life, you know? Life is what it is, and it's what you make it. And I feel like we can all have the same opportunities, and we squander a lot of them simply because of our self-doubt, our self-hate, and our low self-esteem. You know, there are some basic things you have to address whenever you are trying to achieve something in your life. You know, you look at some of these young people, you know, like, what's the young lady in the Olympics? Simone Biles. And this woman has accomplished things that most people would never dream of. And it's still not enough. She still struggles with the depression and the self-doubt. And she pushes herself because of that. Because she knows what she can do. She knows what she's capable of. But if she allowed the world to dictate anything to her, she would not be who she is today. And this young lady had to overcome things that many of us would have been suicidal, period, not in. You know, like we wouldn't even made it to this point. So kudos to her. Kudos to Miss Naomi Osaka and the tennis situation and her standing up. You know, we're in a day and age where people are starting to really take care of themselves, and the days of pimping people for everything you can get is over. I'm saying all that to say is once you understand how valuable you are, you move differently. It's not going to happen overnight, and I need some of y'all to stop beating yourselves up, and I need you to understand where your weaknesses are, and I need you to address them. You know, I really have a problem when I watch people and see people point the other fingers at other people about why they're not successful. You know, there's a 1% for a reason. There's a 3%. There's a top 5%. Like, prime example. I've listened to people and I hear people talking about moving to different places and, you know, looking in those areas for opportunities. Prime example. There are several places in the United States that will pay you $10,000 or more to move to them. If you are a remote worker, if you have your own business, they will pay you $10,000 or more to move there. There's 3 places in West Virginia, Morgantown, and there's 2 other, I can't recall them right now. There's a place in Alabama called the Shoals, Topeka, Kansas, Arizona. You know, just at the end of the day, you got to decide what you want to do. Like, there's no excuse for you not to be successful. I mean, if you want it, it's out there. And people get successful on the simplest business. And I'm not taking any shine from landscaping and cutting lawns, because it's people eating every day cutting lawns. You know, it's people eating every day washing cars. You know, the most lucrative businesses are usually the non-glamorous businesses. You know, you got people with cleaning businesses, trucking businesses. At the end of the day, you got to find what works for you. But in the meantime, also realize if you're not meant to own a business, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's not like you can't collect a W-2 or a couple of them and invest your money and get paid. These people are crazy, man. Really? I don't even know where that dude came from. Like, where did you come from, bro? This is what I'm talking about. Y'all just saw that guy just came out of nowhere and made a left for no reason. That's crazy. Now, if he would have been in an accident, but that's what I mean about the dumbass choices people make. You know, that's crazy. But you see it every day. But you also have to understand the person that's making those decisions is a composite. They are the sum total of their life experiences. The choices they make today are reflected in their life experiences. You know, people talk about this new generation and instant gratification. Well, when I see the new generation, I see them not taking no mess. I see them doing what they need to do. I see them not getting a job, making their money online, getting their hustle at another level, you know, getting their credit in order, doing different things. You know, I got one nephew that's a promoter, you feel me? And, you know, he making his money because he's an entrepreneur. He's learned early on, I'm not working for nobody. I got another nephew, you know, he's doing his thing. You know, I done posted a little bit of his music. And he's phenomenal. And I'm blessed because at the end of the day, I love to see these young men getting it in, you know. But I also am very clear of the support systems that my sisters put in place. And, you know, their partners, you know, their husbands, you know, it takes a village. So, hey, at the end of the day, y'all got to figure out what y'all want to do. Stop blaming your instructors and your teachers for your inability to be successful and take a look in the damn mirror. That's what y'all need to do. I'm telling you, this is why right now I won't do it. It's certain things I just won't do because I don't have time to be babysitting grown folks. At the end of the day, I'm all about getting me right. Now, if y'all happen to grab some here and there from a couple of things I say, kudos. I'm happy. But at the end of the day, if you don't apply anything, I mean, I remember my earlier videos, people that started whole businesses off my earlier videos, and I was giving out so much game, it was ridiculous. I was simply sharing my journey and what I've seen, and I have much more to offer, but I also learned the value of it because when I was giving it out for free, I don't mind giving it for free. What my problem was is that people taking it, owning it like they created it, and not giving credit. I always give credit. I give shout outs to everybody from TMM with Brandon and Richard, Mike Sneed, Appliance Bootcamp, which is where I got my start. I give everybody credit. I get my support from Brandon and Richard. I get support from the Voxer Group, Ty, Chris, Chris Kelly, all these people, man. My boy LaRon up at Trinity. You know, appliance repair, Bobby Howard. I pick up the phone and call him, TK Cousins. You know, shout out to DC Appliance Repair. He putting out some videos. At the end of the day, you got to find your lane and do what works for you. If you can't take a little bit from everybody and learn something, ain't no division. You know what I'm saying? The only division is what people think is out there. At the end of the day, y'all need to get you. Stay out the mess and the drama. I'm telling you. Because at the end of the day, who's paying your bills? Is any of that putting food on your table, paying for your kids' education? It's not. What we need to do is work on bettering ourselves and be a phenomenal example for others. You know what? Someone told me a long time ago, the greatest sermon you'll ever give is the way you live your life. And one thing about Miss Ward, I'm transparent and I'm authentic as hell. If I don't like your ass, I'm going to tell you I don't like you. If I don't move with you, I don't move with you. Nothing personal. It's just that energy I'm not entertaining. And you know, it's okay because somebody else will. But at the end of the day, I'm about building teams of success and greatness. You know, I want to rise up with people who want to have something, build something, and not just leave something, but leave breadcrumbs along the way for those who are worthy, because everybody's not worthy. And when y'all understand that, y'all will stop throwing your pearls before swine, because Miss Ward dang sure ain't doing it. That was the hardest lesson for me to learn, that everybody can't go. But at the end of the day, you got to love you enough to take care of you. You got to love you enough to get your health in order, to keep your mind and your spirituality intact, and your mental and emotional wellness intact. We've seen examples of people who do it and stood against the scrutiny. You know, here y'all in these one-road towns and can't stand up for yourself. These young ladies, they stood up in front of the whole world and said, screw you. I'm going to take care of me, and still on top. You hear me? But the reality is, you got to have enough love for you to do it. And with that, I'm going to sign off. All right, Solid Steppers, do what you do. Keep stepping. Miss Ward is out.